Guys, it's Benny. There's this beautiful young woman who was sexually and emotionally abused by the royal family of the United Kingdom. When she started yapping about it, they tried to silence her. She caused huge PR damage and financial damage to the family. And then suddenly, at the peak of her life, she was cut down and killed in a very mysterious car accident that nobody can quite explain. Her name is Princess Diana. How did Princess Diana die? Well, Princess Diana in 1997 was in a vehicle that slammed into a pole as it was being chased by the paparazzi. This was underneath a bridge. The support column smashed the vehicle, killing the driver, flipping the car. Diana died a few hours later. She died because doctors at the Parisian hospital where she was taken couldn't restart her heart. She died because of internal bleeding. Very strange. I'm sure there's absolutely no connection, of course, to Virginia Giuffre, who also was sexually abused, sex trafficked to the royal family through Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell. And she just had a massive car accident that makes no sense at all, is completely insane. Apparently a school bus hit her and smashed into her in the middle of nowhere in Australia, in this very remote place where there weren't even police officers that could reach her. The school bus didn't stop, we've now learned. And she says that she only has days to live as she is suffering from, I'm just saying, we just recognize patterns on this program. Very similar injuries to Princess Diana, to be quite honest with you. I've gone into renal failure, kidney failure, internal bleeding. I'm going to a specialist to try and save my life. They say I only have days to live, she said in this post. You are seeing this post live on her Instagram right now. She says a random bus in the middle of nowhere just smashed into her. Virginia Giuffre has filed a lawsuit against Prince Andrew. It was settled for tens of millions of dollars to keep her quiet. This was after she was sex trafficked to the royal family. Prince Andrew said he's never met her. Of course, this photo exists, so you're an idiot. Ghislaine Maxwell smiling in the background, knowing that, well, she's done her job. Ladies and gentlemen, there's been some big updates about all of this. We thought it was strange when it happened, especially given the fact that people are learning so much. There's such a high appetite for information on Jeffrey Epstein and his operation. In this current moment, we're getting nothing, but they do seem to be tying up loose ends, right? Just like they did with Jeffrey Epstein himself. Virginia Giuffre says that she mistakenly posted a claim that she only has 4 days left to live. She's not sure if she will live. And more details of the car crash have emerged. So here's Virginia Giuffre, bruised and battered in the hospital. 41. She's 41 years old. She sparked concerns across the globe when she shared a photo, battered and bruised, claiming that she was hit by a school bus. The snap was taken in a hospital bed. She issued a statement today, triggering an outpouring of concern about the circumstances of the car crash that caused the injury and the kidney failure. In the statement, Virginia thanks everyone for their love and support. Today, she remains in serious condition while receiving medical care on March 24th in rural Western Australia, one of the most rural places in the world. A school bus hit the car that she was driving in. The police were called, but there was no one available to come to the scene. That's how far out they were. When asked if anybody was injured and suggested if they could or should make their way to the hospital, the school bus driver had a bus full of children and left the scene. So the bus driver just drives away. Virginia was banged up and bruised, and her condition worsened, and she returned to the hospital. Concerning her Instagram post, Virginia thought she was posting it to her private Facebook page. She thanks everybody for their concern. She's currently at the Sir Charles Gardner Hospital in Perth, Australia. She was trafficked by Jeffrey Epstein and alleges that she was sexually assaulted as a teenager by Prince Andrew, suffering kidney failure. She also begged to see her children one last time. It's heartbreaking. It's a photo of her at the age that she was trafficked to Prince Andrew. Here she is today. She worked with Jeffrey Epstein and worked for Jeffrey Epstein and in a abusive and sex trafficking relationship. And well, Prince Andrew has had to pay. She's also somebody who says that there are many tapes of Clinton, Prince Andrew, and Richard Branson, that everything was being filmed, everything was being recorded. She's just one of those people that saw it all, that she could potentially be a first-hand witness if there were new Epstein documents and they were released to the public. She's exactly the kind of person who you'd call in order to give testimony because she witnessed all of it. Listen to this.
That she has videos, or she has knowledge of videos that exist about people. People like who? People well-known names?
Very well-known names. The government officials, the politicians, the royalty, they were taping everybody every moment when you walked into the New York mansion, to Palm Beach. Everything was being filmed.
Do you think people knew they were being taped?
No.
No.
I do not. Not at all.
Giuffre alleges Maxwell and Epstein were blackmailing the wealthy and the powerful.
How did this work out with Prince Andrew?
I'm in London. I was so young. Ghislaine woke me up in the morning and said, "You're going to meet a prince today." I didn't know at that point that I was going to be trafficked to that prince. And then that night, Prince Andrew came to her house in London, and we went out to Club Tramp. Prince Andrew got me alcohol. It was in the VIP section. I'm pretty sure it was vodka. Prince Andrew was like, "Let's dance together." And I was like, okay. And we leave Club Tramp, and I hop in the car with Ghislaine and Giuffre, and Ghislaine said, "He's coming back to the house, and I want you to do for him what you do for Epstein." I just couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe that even royalty were involved.
Prince Andrew.
She met you in 2001. She dined with you. She danced with you. You bought her drinks. You were in Tramp nightclub in London. And she went on to have sex with you in a house in Belgravia belonging to Ghislaine Maxwell.
Didn't happen.
Do you remember her?
No. I have no recollection of ever meeting her. I'm almost, in fact, I'm convinced that I was never in Tramps with her.
I'm convinced that I have no recollection of meeting her ever. Okay. Got it? I wonder who's lying here. All right? Not a big time. At some point, you have to allow the evidence to speak for itself. All right? So that's why I'll just put this image on screen. Also, something else quite interesting. Lady Victoria Harvey, who dated Prince Andrew, calls Epstein victim's devastating accident karma on Instagram. Oh my. So here is someone, a public figure, it just says, who dated Prince Andrew, has posted that this is karma, that she's in the hospital. There's a socialite here, like high society socialite. So, well, yikes. Is this the royal family getting back at somebody? Is this someone tying up loose ends? Victim of Jeffrey Epstein stated that mistakenly shared a claim she hopefully will live. We don't know if it's just 4 days. That seems to be the question, is like, what will happen next? Will it be just 4 days, or will she, is she on the mend? Which is what I certainly hope. That's what we know of right now. We do think we're just noticers. We're just professional noticers around here. Just wanting to put some things in perspective and say, wow, it sure does seem like something we've noticed that, history doesn't repeat itself, but it sure as hell does rhyme. Careful what you have in the Clintons. Careful what you have in the royal family. Very powerful and dark people. It's your boy Benny. Make sure and subscribe.